Today's educators face an enormous challenge staying on top of rapidly changing technology. From advances in mobile commerce to the proliferation of social media sites, technology is transforming the way we operate in our personal and professional lives. The Educator Summit is designed to help them stay abreast of development in this dynamic environment. Teachers, lecturers, and principals, along with representatives from government and the public sector, attended the day-long summit to gain insights from some of the world's top corporate leaders. NUS adjunct professor Sheila Wang, a moderator at the summit, said educators are always looking for ways to keep learning exciting, engaging, and relevant to the world their students will face.
And one of them is really to benchmark, to find out what is out there, what is going on in Singapore, what is going on in Asia, what is going on in the world. So I think summits such as this is very helpful for educators, to help us to do that.
Just how fast things are changing was brought home by Julian Persaud, the managing director of Southeast Asia Sales and Operations at Google. He says 15 years ago, his own company was 2 people working alone in a garage. Now it's a $60 billion multinational corporation with dozens of offices and tens of thousands of employees. A similar story can be told of Facebook, Yahoo, and other giants of the tech world that didn't exist a generation ago. But they must continue to evolve or risk the same fate as other once innovative companies that failed to adapt.
You cannot be complacent. The next Google or the next Facebook or the next, particularly technology companies, is just 2 people in a garage away. And you always have to be, you can't become arrogant as a company, even though you build scale and you become big, otherwise you can end up in a situation like Kodak.
The 125-year-old iconic photography company filed for bankruptcy protection in 2012. Analysts say Kodak failed to capitalize on its own innovations in digital imaging and continued to focus on film when the consumer market had changed dramatically. But Persaud says Google is a big company with the soul of a startup, meaning innovation is in the company's DNA. He points to Google's informal work environment, open systems that invite participation from all levels, and transparency, including company-wide meetings with the founders. Google employees are encouraged to ask questions, but also answer them to come up with their own solutions. That's led to a number of Google innovations.
Google News, for example, came about with 2 employees sitting talking at a desk one day, and one of them decided to go and do something about it and create the product. So ideas can come from anywhere, but the environment in which you create in your own organizations is kind of key to actually opening up those airways.
Ben Lightfoot, the CEO of McCann World Group, sees a similar trend developing in the world of social media. People have myriad ways to connect now, and they're using that technology to bring about change.
I think one of the biggest changes that we're starting to see now, if you think about the crowdsourcing of data, is we're moving into the age of co-creation. So the age where people are starting, because of these communities that have been generated, they're working together and they're happy to share the limelight.
Lightfoot predicts that the future of social media will be played out on mobile devices. The mobile platform can help build a brand, for instance with location-based promotional offers. But it also presents a challenge for brands to figure out the best way to engage with consumers. Singapore already is a big part of this engagement, with mobile coverage at more than 140%. That means a big chunk of the population has more than one phone. And with mobile prices falling, more consumers in the less affluent countries in the region will also be connecting, meaning more opportunities for mobile marketing and commerce.
2012, they launched a new smartphone. It was $64 US. So you think about the millions of people who can now get connected, who can now become part of a global community in terms of connection, because it's only $64. It's very different to the world that we have been living in.
In this new world, creating effective social media experiences is crucial for brand building. Lightfoot says the key is to make it purposeful, personal, and playful, while recognizing that changing technology is putting the power more and more in the hands of the consumer. For NUS Business School, I'm Katie Sargent.